Hey guys, my name is Komasan, and yesterday I watched the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. Now, before we jump into the meat and potatoes of this video, I want to tell you guys this video does have spoilers in it. So if you don't want to watch any spoilers, any secrets revealed, any like plot relevant things that are revealed in this movie, Easter eggs and stuff like that, on the top right corner there will be a link that tells you guys to watch the spoiler-free video because I got you guys. But I have watched the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie, and this movie was flippin' fantastic. I give this movie a 10 out of 10. Now, in my last video, which was the spoiler-free video, I didn't really get into the details of this movie as much as I wanted, but now I can. In this movie, made me gasp and shocked on how many things were happening in this movie, how many things are leading up to the Fnaf 3 movie, and all the Easter eggs and what happens. It's honestly crazy with how much things were going on in this movie. But let's start with the beginning of the film, which is very shocking because it takes place in 1987. This assuming it does, with Charlotte and Vanessa. Apparently they were childhood friends, and something bad happened. You can kind of guess. A kid went missing. Flippin' Charlie was basically telling parents like, something is wrong, I need help, and all of them just kind of ignored her, and she had to go do it herself. She found the missing kid, but she sadly got stabbed in the back by Spring Bonnie a few times, but luckily she actually did escape, but unluckily she kind of died. She took a lot of stabbings in the back, and she kind of died in complete pain in rage. So I'm not sure if there's like agony in this movie. I don't think there is, but she died very angrily while killing this boy. I'm not sure if the boy died or not. I just know that Charlie did die. She died. It's pretty obvious she died. She got stabbed like multiple times in the back, and that was kind of the opening of the movie, which it's kind of a good opening to the movie. And then they have this like remix version of the 8-bit credit song they did for the first movie, which sounds even better than the original. Like, I gotta give you guys applause for that amazing performance yet again. It was just fantastic. Like, it was just beautiful. It was beautiful. The movie starts with Mike and Abby kind of like, it's been 1 year. They kind of want to go back into normalcy, like, oh no, Freddy and stuff like that. Like Jeremy was there helping out Mike. I think he's like painting or something. I don't know what he's doing, but he's like doing some refurbishing in the house. Maybe because that lady died in his house like last year. I would do the same thing too. Like, I don't want no dead body like germs on my carpet and stuff. So they're kind of working on the house. She does miss her friends, but after that, Mike kind of goes on a date with Vanessa. It's not really a date, but it was kind of Mike helping out Vanessa because he's been having nightmares. And Mike gives her the advice that he had in the last movie about basically like the dream theory, the big dream theory that Scott made fun of, but now is adding it into the movies. And she does it. She does exactly that. She's in her house, and for some reason, she has all the toys of William Afton's like past victims. She has Garrett's plane and a bunch of other victims' things, and she places them on this like seal thing, like this like counter or something, and she turns on the TV and does the same thing that Mike does, and bam, she's in a dream, and she's kind of like confronting William Afton. William Afton is basically not in this movie except for like one single part. It was kind of like how they kind of advertised like Matthew Leonard in this movie. It was kind of like the first movie. He barely makes an appearance, so like I don't know why they're like making this guy a big deal. Like, I know he's a good actor, but he's barely in the movies. I know he's William Afton, he is the Yellow Rabbit, but like this dude is barely in the movie for like 5 minutes. So, like, what the flip, man. But Vanessa's kind of fighting her inner demons with her father, trying to like, I'm not you, I'm never gonna be like you, basically. Kind of like Scream 5 and 6. They're kind of doing the same thing there a little bit, which is kind of funny because both Matthew Leonard and Skeet are both like in the movie together, so I think it's a little bit funny. But she's having this dream, and she becomes a kid, and she walks into Afton's like basically workshop, and the biggest surprise was in this movie was Baby. Yes, guys, Baby from Sister Location makes a freaking appearance in this movie. I was so flabbergasted when I saw Baby. It's like, what is Baby doing here? This is a FNAF 2 movie, not a fucking FNAF Sister Location movie. So, I honestly have some thoughts on what that could mean. I honestly think maybe Vanessa could be adopted. She could be adopted, and maybe Elizabeth already died. Maybe she already got like, got scooped. She got like ice cream, the very loud noise, the minigame. She probably already got killed, and basically William Afton adopted another daughter, basically. So he, so he can make like a new version of him or something. I don't know. I'm spitballing here, but like that's what I think. I think honestly Vanessa might be adopted. But she wakes up from that, doesn't really help. Then Abby, Abby, she kind of makes a lot of problems for this franchise, kind of, but she's a kid, you can't really blame her. And she's missing her friends, and basically she's been telling everybody around town about Buddy in the gang and what happened, how she seen a guy get killed and shoved in a closet. She's telling all the kids that they think she's crazy, but all this commotion is making this new thing called Fast Fest. Now Fast Fest, I'm pretty sure it's in the games too, with like in the 1970s, with like before like Fazbear Co even like started. Like it was made by them, but like before Freddy in the game, I think. I don't know. I haven't played Secret of the Mimic, but I'm pretty sure Fast Fest takes place in like the 1970s or 80s, something like that. It's a very old thing, but they reused it as something different in the Fnaf movie. And Fast Fest actually has a big important role in this movie. It's not the craziest role, but it plays a big like impact in the movie. So Abby's basically telling everybody like, yo, I was friends with these dead kids basically, and she's missing them, and she tells Mike that like, yo, I'm missing my friends. And Mike's like, yeah, I told you I'd go down and fix them, but Mike already knows what happened to them. So Abby goes down to the location, and she can't find any of the friends anywhere, which is surprising because they dragged him into they dragged William Acton into a room, which will play a big important like after credit scene, by the way. This is spoilable, but like yeah, like all the animatronics are freaking gone. They must have like, I don't know what happened. Maybe their souls got freed or something. I have no idea, but they were gone, and Abby is devastated. Mike tried to basically help her, like, hey, I understand you're kind of sad, but I want some like do you want any of these toys? And basically Mike like suggested some stuff to give her, like you get 1 million tickets, pick whatever your prize is, and he offers like this orange candy. Apparently Abby ate it like last Christmas and puked all over the place, which is pretty funny. And there's a Freddy plushie that plays the like meme Fnaf Freddy noise, which is really funny, which I'm surprised they added in the movie, but it's pretty cool. And then Abby sees something on the floor, and it's the fast talker, so she picks that up and like, hey, can I have this? I'm like, yeah, so why not, it's not a big deal. And they talk about more about the orange candy in the car. And the fast talker starts to walk, and it's saying Abby, but then it takes a sudden different like approach with it, like it cuts to something different, which Abby was watching a ghost hunting show basically. It's kind of important, kind of not important. It does have a very important character that's introduced, technically too, but so these ghost people they go to the first location, which is the FNAF 2 location. So they go there, like, oh, I don't remember this place, I just remember Freddy's. Like, but yeah, this is the OG place, like, this is the original place. And a night guard approaches them to show them around, and his name is Michael. Why does that name sound familiar? I wonder why, guys. It's solely not Michael Afton. It's Michael Afton. It's revealed at the end of the movie that it is Michael Afton, but it's pretty obvious Michael. Yeah, he's very kind of ugly in this movie. Like, I know he's not really supposed to be like the prettiest. It's like a pretty good version of the game to movie version of Michael from like the sister location cutscenes of him just walking down the road. But yeah, he's just showing these people around, and these ghost people basically they die one by one by one, and Michael was kind of doing that on purpose. He's kind of leading people to their death by the toy animatronics and towards the puppet. Now, the puppet is very different in this movie, like, very, very different. Like, in this movie, the puppet can possess people. And it's, like, in my spoiler-free video, I was talking about something very disturbing. And when the puppet does this, it's so disturbing. It's so freaking, like, it's scary looking. It's actually scary looking. Like, the faces they make, the fingers, like, everything. It's just, it's just nasty. So, basically, the puppet in the movie universe can possess humans as well. I'm not sure if it kills them or not. It doesn't, at the end of the movie, it doesn't. But maybe, I think the lady does die. I believe she does, maybe. I don't know. But, like, yeah, Mike's leading people to his death. to the death. Michael, he's kind of a ding dong. He's always like that in the games, in the movie. He's not completely evil, but in the movie, he's seeming kind of evil. He's a dickbag, but like he's not like evil on purpose. Like he's kind of stupid. Michael's not the smartest person ever, but in the movie, he seems pretty evil, and I think his eyes are purple in the movie, which could make a good connection with the baby connection, which could maybe mean Enord is already in Michael's body, making him do these evil things. And this does take another important role at the end credits, because there's 2 end credits in this movie. But alongside that, Abby's getting communicated with this fast talk basically, and she has a science project coming up, and she's kind of sucking balls at it. It's not going well, and so this fast talk will like tell her to go to the old location. Mike's not there, so she sneaks out, and she meets Toy Chica and stuff. And Megan Fox, I was kind of scared about her voice, like performance not being good, but honestly, it did fit Toy Chica, which I was surprised. I really enjoyed it. So, props Megan Fox. You weren't as bad as you were in the Mortal Kombat game. So good job, thumbs up. But yeah, Abby's just hanging out with toy animatronics. They remember Abby for some reason. It's like, oh, maybe the old spirits like possessed the toys. I know that was a theory back in the day. Nope, these are not the old spirits. It is all a lie by the marionette. I don't know how the marionette knows about Abby, but apparently that's kind of like a plot hole, I guess you can think about it. Because like, why does the marionette know Abby's name? I don't know. But she goes in the location, then the next day skips, and like she's drawing photos of like the old location, like a OG location. Like, hey, I don't like Mike is like, I don't remember this, like this, like, and it shows like the toy animatronics. Like Mike doesn't question it, like she can like, she's a kid, she draws stuff. But like when Vanessa saw that, she freaked out. I was like, oh my god, I forgot to tell Mike about this place, the OG location, about my friend. He got stabbed, she died, and all that jazz. And Mike's like, come on, man, I don't want to do this stuff anymore. I want to live a normal life. You can live a normal life too if we start like messing with this stuff. But Vanessa wants to end all this craziness and mayhem that whole family caused. So I don't really blame her for like, like, hey Michael, can we like, protect your sister? But like Mike's like story for me, like like I'm trying my best for you, but like you kind of like so Mike and Vanessa, the connection in this movie are not good between them, though it gets worse and worse, and sadly it seems like the connection is severed at the final moments of the movie, and that causes like something big towards the third movie. But Abby brings Abby like and like Toy Chica build a like toy for the science project basically, and it's pretty good. It's like a Chica like toy, like Chica from Fnaf 1 toy. It's pretty good. It's like transparent, and she tries to show it to the science fair, and this teacher is the biggest scumbag in history. I hated his teacher. I couldn't wait until this guy died, and he eventually does die, because he's just a huge asshole to Abby for no freaking reason. Like, this is the kid, okay? Just because you won 3 times in a row, like, wow, you care about that much? Like, come on. Like, kids have fun, you fucking bag. But he smashes Abby's project that her and Toy Chica worked on, and that kind of makes people mad. You shouldn't be destroying stuff that someone puts hard effort into. And Toy Chica is like introduced to the entire school. Like, yes, Abby does free all the animatronics from the old location. I forgot to mention that, sorry. Erratic, like happy, but Abby does release all the toy animatronics, the marionette, and everything from the location by entering this password in the office. In this game, they are all controlled by the puppet. It's all AI or something like that now. No ghosts, it's all the puppet. So the toys are walking around, it's all the puppet controlling them all. So the puppet's like a mastermind in this movie. Like, it's the true villain, like second true villain, I guess you could say. It's main villain. Thinking about it now, Michael did nothing, dude. He did nothing. Yeah, man, he's really bad at his job. But yeah, Abby releases all the animatronics, and that's bad because the puppet's angry. What do you expect when she died and no one wanted to help her? So the puppet is pretty angry in this movie. So after that happened, you know, Toy Chica had to talk with the teacher and squished his head. The teacher died, and that was like the first kill of the movie. There was not a lot of kills in the movie, I would be honest with you guys. There was like no kills in the movie. There's like 1 or 2 kills, like the ghost people and like that teacher dying. That's like all the kills in the movie, which is kind of like, no, kind of sucks. The FNAF 1 movie, there was that gruesome scene of that lady getting chopped in half, which is crazy. But in the FNAF 2 movie, there was nothing crazy like that. Just like a person getting their head smashed in. So it's kind of, you know, meh. But Abby doesn't know, you know. They show off, they win the prize, but, you know, Vanessa and Mike are freaking out like, uh-oh, that's bad. She's out on the loose, you know. Abby's on fault really because she just wants to have fun again, you know. She misses her friends, but like Mike and Vanessa are like, oh my god, what does he do? They're trying to like go after Abby again, you know, how it was on the FNAF 1 movie. They try to go down and shut down the animatronics because they're going around trying to kill people because the puppet is angry at the parents that didn't help her when she died originally. So the toy animatronics are walking around town and they're blending in because it's Fast. So people don't suspect a thing about these giant animatronics. They think it's costumes, which you gotta be stupid to think it's a costume. But these are like, they're just walking around town. They're just walking around town. But thankfully, they don't die. Freaking Angle gets launched out of a car that Vanessa was driving right into Toy Freddy when he was about to kill like 2 people. Like some guy threw like a hot dog at him or something. It was pretty funny. And the people are honestly surprised about Toy Freddy's voice. Like, but like, what were you expecting? Kellen Goff was voicing Toy Freddy. You know, he gets the Freddy voice actor like Infinity Wing. Basically, he has all the voice actors of like, he's the voice actor of almost every Freddy. He's like collecting them basically, and his voice sounded like Overhaul, not gonna lie, or like Glamrock Freddy, but like evil. So yeah, it was very cool. The animatronics, I gotta talk about the animatronics here for a little bit. I know I've been just like going over the story. It's not the best explanation of everything, but like the animatronics are beautiful. They get destroyed in the movie like a lot, but it's so cool. They're so good. Oh my god, they must have took hours and hours for everything to like look that well. Like they're like getting destroyed and stuff. Like, oh geez, what is, like, okay, this is some action. They did say some more action in this movie, and I can see it now. I can see it definitely now. While Vanessa is trying to like, you know, save people from not dying by like following, like tracking the toy animatronics, Mike is actually in the OG location in the FNAF 2 office, and it's exactly the same, you know, except for the cameras. There was no cameras. He's like trying to go through like all these settings and stuff to find out how to set them off while also tracking the animatronics. And the wizards activate because the puppet like notices something different, like something's happening. So the wizards awaken. A withered Freddy does his pose, you know, the iconic pose, and it shows a withered Freddy scanning Mike and like about to kill him. But he thankfully puts on the mask and like it doesn't get detected, and just, oh my god, it was crazy. Then Balloon Boy showed up, and oh my god, he like destroyed Mike's eardrums. But Mike went up and just whipped his head off, threw it on the ground. It went into the hallway, sadly, so he saw the withered other animatronics like withered Foxy, withered Chica, and withered Bonnie, I believe. They were all coming towards Mike at the same time, so it's like 10-20 and stuff like that. And also, yes, there is an Easter egg for Shadow Bonnie. It's like a brief second, but Shadow Bonnie does make an appearance in the movie. It's nothing crazy, but honestly still pretty cool. I'm pretty sure it's like edited and it's like no animatronic suit. Like it's just like actually like the game version of Shadow Bonnie. Like you could easily tell, but it was still pretty cool. So after that, Mike shuts down the animatronics and they all go towards, you know, his house because that's where the puppet is. There was one animatronic left, and that was Toy Chica, and Toy Chica was carrying Abby to bed. And she started bugging out. Abby was kind of concerned. Then out of nowhere, this like the women, like the, you know, the babe of Toy Chica wakes, and the puppet was inside there and freaking jumps at her and possesses Abby. Now that was the scariest part of the entire movie. It was Abby being possessed by the puppet was actually disturbing. Like it was scary. So Mike, Abby, Vanessa, you know, they're all in the same house. Vanessa and Mike are trying their best to, like, you know, get out of Abby. It's kind of like some Exorcist type of stuff. But thankfully, Mike comes in with the music box. I guess I should have talked about Henry. He does nothing really in the movie. He's like, hey, you know, my daughter died, and I used to be like you know, I know about what happened at Freddy's. I put a poster on the old location, and like I did get pranked phone calls about like pizza places and dumb kids and stuff like that. So no one took him seriously until Mike did, because you know Mike experienced what happened in the first movie about the animatronics and William Afton, and Henry knows William Afton killed his daughter, and he's really angry about it. He doesn't know that he's dead and stuff like that, but he wants revenge and he wants his daughter to be arrested. But I'm pretty sure he knows that his daughter was the puppet. So he said, if you see my daughter, you know, the puppet, go to the puppet, bring this music box. And this music box actually had Blur on it, I'm pretty sure. People said Blur was on the music box. I don't remember it being Blur. It could be, it probably is. But like, Mike gets this music box, and it's the same music box song that we're all accustomed to from Fnaf 2. And it puts the puppet to sleep. Well, not to sleep. It depossesses Abby. Then an epic showdown happens between the withered animatronics and the OG like the toy animatronics and the OG animatronics, and it was crazy. Also revealed that Michael this came out of nowhere and said, "Yeah, sister, it's me, Michael Afton. You know, I'm your brother. I know. You could be like Dad. You know, William Afton. You know, the top dog. You know, the guy with the knife. You know, the guy with the plan. You know him. Yeah, you could be like him. You don't gotta be with these losers. Who cares about these guys?" And you know, the old animatronics come and help out. They destroy, like, it's kind of like We Are FNAF. I know that's kind of cringy, but I honestly really enjoyed it. I found it really entertaining and, like, you know, wholesome, kind of like, you know, Abby's friends are coming back for the help her, you know, because she was about to die. Like, no joke, everybody's gonna die. But they all come up, destroy all the toy animatronics, like getting whipping them in half and stuff. Like, it was absolutely crazy. And Michael tried to run away. He didn't, though. He got hit by Jeremy. Jeremy makes an appearance at the end. He actually has more of an important role in this movie, which is cool. It's still not a big role, but he's still in the movie. He does something, so that's cool. And he kind of like saves the day, but it's not all good at the end because Michael doesn't trust Vanessa anymore. Like, I mean, I can't blame him because, you know, all the crazy stuff that just happened that day because of her accidents or her family and the old location that she didn't tell him. So Mike's like, stay away from my family, stay away from me. And it's a very heartbreaking scene. And it just zooms up to Vanessa at the end credits, and the puppet possesses her. And that could lead to Vanny in the next movie. And the next movie, it has a lot of stuff that's going to be towards, like, you know, this is like, it's building up to be the final movie of this trilogy. The credit song played the FNAF 2 song from Trial Ninja, from Living Tombstone, which I was very disappointed about. I would think the puppet song from Trial Ninja would have been a better choice, but that's just me. They probably have some stupid contract for Living Tombstone. I was hoping that it would be more than just dumb for, like, you know, because the fan base makes so much amazing music. But now let's get the Living Tombstone and all the music, so that kind of made me angry a little bit. But then we get to the first credit scene, and it's like some people. It's like the first location from the FNAF 1 movie. Years passed, and, you know, this kind of sounds familiar, right? And two people go into this room, and they find Springtrap. And they said, "Oh, we could use this guy for our new new holo attraction." Which is building up for Fazbear Flights in the next movie, and Springtrap's eyes glow purple or blue or something. I forgot what color, but yes, it is teasing Fazbear Flights in the next movie. But also, that is not all, because there is 2 post-credit scenes in the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie, and it involves Henry. And the speech is so familiar to FNAF 6, telling Mike, please, get all the animatronics, put them in one place, and free them all, basically. Like, it was so similar to the FNAF 6 speech. And, so the next movie, FNAF 3, is probably going to be a FNAF 3 movie, a FNAF 6 location movie, potentially, maybe if my theory was correct, and a FNAF 6, basically a story, basically. Vanny might be in the movie, because, you know, she is possessed. You know, Springtrap is in the movie, and Lefty could make an appearance. So we don't know what's going to happen in this movie, but it's going to be the final movie of the trilogy, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a crazy finale, because a lot of answers in this movie were building up towards the third movie, which everything will be resolved, or probably, like, maybe, like, I don't know, more movies or something, I don't know. But that was basically a synopsis of the entire Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I know that was long, a lot of me yapping. I wasn't expecting me to go into like a whole deep dive of what happened in the FNAF 2 movie, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. And just like I already said some stuff about the basically in the spoiler review, like free review, about like how I thought about the movie. Like, it's scarier, it's funnier, the lore is amazing, the Easter eggs are amazing, and all that stuff like that. So if you guys want to check out that video, I do explain more stuff about that stuff in general instead of like the story like I did in this video. But please check out both videos if you want to get spoiled, I guess. I don't know, guys. This video is very different. I really enjoyed talking about the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. This movie was amazing. Please watch it if you can. It was great. It was a great movie. But if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. It really means a lot. I can't believe it's been 2 years since the first review I did for the FNAF 1 movie. So I've been doing YouTube for like 2 years now, which is crazy. Maybe next year we have like 10k subscribers, or maybe 100k subscribers. I don't know. Maybe we could see the FNAF 3 movie in theaters. I don't know. That would be crazy. But thank you guys for everything, and thank you to my channel members. You can become a channel member for $1, $5, and $10 a month, and it helps out a lot. But I'll see you guys in the next video.